In a FOX23 investigation, a City of Tulsa lawsuit that was in federal court just got moved back to state district court. We've been telling you about the city suing to get a transloading butane company to move.
It's right here just north of downtown, right next to the BMX facility. Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark first sounded the alarm about the potential dangers of this butane facility back in 2019.
She explains what's going on with this lawsuit now and why this could be a dangerous situation.
I've told you before about this butane transloading facility run by the company Centennial Energy. Rail cars deliver a flammable liquid called butane. It's then transloaded onto semi-trucks. If there were a leak that ignited, it could cause an explosion. And it's right next to the USA BMX facility. Last spring, the city filed this lawsuit in Tulsa County District Court to try to get the butane company to move. City zoning code violations stated continuous transloading operations taking place at the transload facility on the subject property violate the Tulsa zoning code. The lawsuit also says transloading butane is a dangerous fire hazard that could cause a major explosion if ignited. I've shown you this worst case scenario on file with the EPA. It shows what could happen if a single rail car leaked butane and caught fire. It could cause an explosion that affects people and property in a radius almost a half a mile away. That includes this neighborhood, the Greenwood District, OSU Tulsa, and even part of One Oak Field. The BMX facility is right here.
It's about time. Thank you. It's good. It needs to be done.
Chemical engineer Fred Storer has been warning anyone who would listen about the dangers for years. In fact, he says he first warned the city about it 7 years ago.
I wrote a letter to G.T. Bynum and expressed my concerns. That was in October of 2017.
Did he answer your letter?
No, the city has never answered a letter that I have written them.
Since then,
another mistake added to this list.
Fred and other Tulsans made their concerns known loud and clear at public meetings.
I should have your attention because this is serious.
It's too dangerous and people's lives are at stake.
Don't sit here and watch and just wait. And then you say shoulda, coulda, woulda.
In 2022, city attorneys said transporting butane is a federal government regulation issue.
The federal government has tied our hands.
The city, in any city in this country, has no jurisdiction over these decisions. And so you can't give us power that we don't have. But yes, I'm concerned about it.
The public comments are what I expected. They were very good. The reaction of the city council is what I expected, and that's very bad.
When I asked the city about it, I asked Mayor G.T. Bynum's office for an interview, but just received this. Mayor Bynum's not available. So I showed up at a press conference to ask the mayor in person.
Mayor Bynum, I need to talk to you about the butane transloading facility. Why don't you want to talk about it?
I never heard from Mayor Bynum. You've been at odds with the city over this for a long time. Do you finally agree with them?
I agree that the lawsuit is necessary, and I think it's well written.
Fred says this lawsuit is better late than never.
It's satisfying to see that we're finally on a path to at least do something. Now, if the lawsuit fails, the city is in a world of hurt, as is BMX. What do? Because, you know, the city built BMX with knowledge that this was a hazard, and so people that are injured in the event of an accident are going to come looking for the people with the deepest pockets. That's the taxpayers.
Not long after the city filed the case in district court, the railroad and Centennial Energy filed this motion to dismiss the case altogether, saying they're protected under federal law. The motion says it is clear that the transloading operations at issue are preempted. Then they asked for the case to be moved to federal court, and it worked. But earlier this month, a federal judge ruled in the city's favor for the case to be moved back to district court, where it was. In the lawsuit, the city warns about an accidental butane release and catastrophic injuries. Bottom line, this is just about keeping people safe.
Correct.
Fred's concerned this lawsuit over the butane facility could be tied up in court for years. I will keep you updated on it and let you know what happens. Covering news that matters, Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
Jana also reached out to the railroad and they told her they do not want to talk about it. She also reached out to the company Centennial Energy about this lawsuit, but she hasn't heard back.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email FOX23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search FOX23 Jana Clark on Facebook.